Okay, last part. If you remember, we talked about we talked about this query here, how it did not have cost, and we talked about how this is the original code, does. And it doesn't matter at all why this one doesn't. We don't even need to do any research. We just know it has to have it because the original did, and that's why it's putting a null in there. Even if you put a cost value in there, it's still not going to go into the table. So we know we had to change this. We also know under this form item selector, orders item selector, if you recall, in the new company it recalls a slightly different name. It uses the form item selector as opposed to the form quote item selector, and that's okay. We just know that the code, see if I can get back to it, we just know that the code had a little bit of stuff in there that didn't make a lot of sense. Like it had this stuff in there, these two lines. So I went and fixed it. So I'll show you. I'm going to close this particular database all the way down. And this one, if you look, this was another database I just opened. It's called Fixed. So this is one I modified. And if we look at the query, first of all, query order entry commit quote detail. Okay, we're going to go look at that. And I just put it back the way it was in the original company, or the original code. I just added that CHC cost. So I did that. So now it kind of matches this, the original company. And then the other thing I had to do, I had to go into the form orders item selector. Form orders item selector, not the quote selector, because this one's using. And I had to go in here and I had to locate the code, wherever the heck it was. Here it is. So this is the code that was delivered to us by you, this green. I just commented it out. I don't know why it was there. It doesn't matter. It's not functioning. And so then after commenting this out, I just did what should be logical. If the CHC cost, which remember it was like $4.48, if it's greater than 0, meaning $4.48, then let it equal $4.48. If it's 0, let it equal 0. So I just corrected the code. So made those two corrections. And let's close this all down and run the fixed version. Now again, while this is loading, none of this is my job. I mean, I'm not a programmer. I did have a little more familiarity with how the program, how to maybe comb through the original code, and that's the only purpose of this, is to just show you where do you get a starting point from the original code and how do you compare it to your code. As far as if your code is creating something like in this case, it's not importing the cost, it doesn't concern me, other than you just have to chase it down, figure out where it is, and fix it. So I don't really want any more screenshots of code. Okay, here we are. Create new quote proposal. So test customer, pick a part, FBB 179 4.5 by 4.5, 600, select item, save. Oops, keep forgetting that stupid reference number. Save. You want to save this? Yes. Okay. We've got a brand new quote, 29320. Let's go on the table level see if that in fact imported the code. I mean you know what I mean, the cost. Okay. We will go in and we're looking for table order entry quote details. I'm going to open the table. And we should see 29320. There it is, our little hinge. And let's see if we got a cost in there. Yeah, we do. $4.48. So that was what it took to get the code in, get the code corrected. Again, it's the original source is all that matters. The new code has to duplicate it. If it's not, you guys could try that technique. You need to figure out. In this case, it was definitely some changes you made and just a mistake as far as calculations and that type of thing. Anyways, that's all.